right, friends, it's the Monday Mirages. Goz goes through the entire world of sports. He filters it, and he finds things that just don't seem quite right. Are they merely a mirage off of the distance induced by heat and a lack of water? Or are they real, and will we get our sustenance and hydration from them?
That was a great sell, man. I'm going to blow it here. Can't live up to that.
Too high.
It's too high. Lower the bar.
Get out.
The New York Yankees-Boston Red Sox series benefited the New York Yankees the most. Real or mirage?
I say real. After the terrible slide they had into the All-Star game and just a lot of the questions with the injuries and everything else, to not only hold your own, go 2-2, but realistically you could tell yourself you're a bad appearance from Aroldis Chapman and a stolen home run away from possibly taking all four. You got to feel pretty good about yourself if you're the New York Yankees. So I think it benefited the Yankees quite a bit. And if anything, let the Red Sox know that if it comes down to a 3-game series between the two to decide the East, it's not a slam dunk in their favor.
Man, they felt like that boxer. They felt like Rocky over this series. Like, you take a shot here, oh, you think they're going to go down. You take a body blow here, the Jackie Bradley Jr. robbing the home run, 16-inning game. Chapman, you just laid it out there at the walk-off win on a walk. The Yankees could have gone down and got beaten up after any of those hits. They didn't. They benefited, and now they still sit in contention. And I think overall the Yankees brass may say, we can do this. We can take the next step, which leads me to this question. The New York Yankees in the American League are the team that most desperately needs to make a trade at the deadline. Real or mirage?
Mirage. The reason I say mirage is, oddly enough, Yankee fan is just really oddly rational this year. So the fact that they're as good as they are and you can see a contender for years to come on the horizon, fans are kind of chill. I think that you've got the talent to potentially get to a wild card game, maybe even win a wild card game. I'd love to see you add talent to the team, but not if you're hurting yourself in the future. So I think the Red Sox third base is a bigger issue. Did you say all baseball or just American League?
Just the American League.
I think the Astros need a pitcher. I do. As good as they are, I could see them losing a series to the Red Sox or the Indians because of the pitching.
I could see Houston more likely to make a move for Justin Verlander to see what he could do, because this is a one-year rental, or, hey, let's see what we can get out of him for the rest of it. I could see that happening. Do they have pieces to move? Cleveland Indians fans are freaking out, thinking we should be better. But what can they do? They have some decent pitching, but who are they going to bring in? I've seen crazy rumors about Madison Bumgarner just because the Giants are so bad. You're not getting Madison Bumgarner. Oh. I don't think the Giants are going to... No. Not going to happen. If anybody's most desperate, you would think a team that's on the outside looking in, that needs that extra boost. The Rays have been able to do it with their lineup. The Yankees have too. I wonder if it's still the Angels. I would probably go Mirage as well and look at the Angels and think, you have Mike Trout in his prime. You have the tail end of Albert Pujols. What are you going to do to catch up to some of these teams? Do you have what it takes to make the move and catch the Rays or the Yankees? There's teams that are less talented than the Yankees right now, like the Twins, I still say. You give me Aaron Judge and a bunch of pitchers over what the Twins are offering right now, I would still take the Yankees. The Angels are close. They should be a team that needs to make a move.
Can the Orioles trade for a manager?
That'd be awesome if they could. I'm hearing Zach Britton's trying to get moved by the Orioles now, even though he's been hurt for this season.
Can you imagine that three-headed monster?
Someone made a point on social media, and I think there's something to it, even though it frustrates me, that if the Orioles believe Manny Machado is going to opt out, why wouldn't they at least consider moving Manny Machado if you know he's 100% not coming back to Baltimore?
There's no such thing as 100%. A lot can happen in a year. I definitely wouldn't move him until next year if I was going to move him at all.
How about this? Ezekiel Elliott, real or Mirage, will play in Week 1 of the NFL season.
Mirage. Schefter doesn't usually leap to conclusions. He says there's a 2-game suspension coming, and that was before this altercation in the bar down in Dallas last night, about 9:30. A little pushing and shoving happens, and he allegedly breaks an individual's nose. D-Train, the DJ of the club. I think when you piece everything together, the league is going to make an example of him as of one of those. We're protecting the shield. And Zeke, you may be a young, up-and-coming, very special talent that we're happy to have. but you're missing week 1 and probably week 2, maybe week 3 at this point.
From the time they make a decision until now, I feel like I'm going to hear 100 different versions of every story. What happened to the domestic violence incident? What happened with this? I would have to go with Mirage, but I would keep it at 1 game. Let's say Schefter's right, and it's 2-game suspension for Zeke Elliott. And again, that's what he's hearing. He hasn't went and said, breaking news, the NFL's done this. Zeke gets 2 games. Elliott appeals it. He's back for week 2. They cut the suspension in half. I think he only missed 1 week.
No, I think, see, here's the thing. At this point, with everything going on, with everything swirling around, I think you take the 2, thank everybody, tell them you look forward to being a better player, a better person, and you just go about your business. You don't mess with Goodell anymore.
Apology to your fantasy football owners, too, for missing 2 games. And tell them to take David Johnson or Le'Veon Bell instead.
Do not apologize to the fantasy football owners.
No?
No.
He was at the fantasy football convention. Maybe he was shaking hands and apologizing and saying, don't draft me, Rashad Jennings style.
Don't cheapen this.
You, Levack, real or Mirage, you will win money this year at Saratoga Racecourse.
Oh, that's real, kid. That's real. I win money every year. It's just a matter of how much I win. I don't think I've ever, because, listen, let's be perfectly honest. If I lose like $50 over the course of the season, I'm counting that as a win. So I'm going to say that's very real. It's real for a lot of reasons. We have an amazing setup this year. I'm excited about it. You're excited about it. You and I will be there every Friday. We'll be in the Taste New York craft beer area in the Berkshire Bank Saratoga Pavilion. So I can't lose. I can't. I'm like Parker Lewis. I can't lose.
That's a lot of confidence.
That's a dated reference for you right there. But I'm gonna bet my bets. I was thinking about that today. I moved about $50. Put it in my Naira Bets account. Just 50. That's what I budgeted for the week, for the opening day. And we'll go from there.
I feel good, too. I'm going to go real because historically, in the betting career of Goz, I would do great in the Triple Crown races and get my butt absolutely kicked at Saratoga. Just take a big old whooping. Last year I did okay. Probably the best career year I ever had at Saratoga. But this year, I got absolutely slaughtered in the Triple Crown races.
You did.
Just got the crap kicked out of me. That means karma's coming back around, and old Ghazi Bear's cashing some winning tickets this year.
My boy Johnny V was Jockey of the Year on the ESPYs, too. So
there it is.
He's already starting a winning trend for this season of the track.
I got 2 more for you here.
Yes.
Real or Mirage, Roger Federer is the greatest tennis player of all time. Not going to go athlete like Big Board Sports did earlier. I'm just talking the greatest tennis player, male or female, of all time.
Who?
Roger Federer.
I'm going to go Mirage. The greatest tennis player for me is either Andre Agassi or Steffi Graf. Those are the 2 I like the most. Maybe they haven't won when everybody else has won, but they were so compelling I actually watched tennis while they were playing it. That is a level of greatness that Mr. What's-His-Face over there can't achieve.
Roger Federer.
Who?
Even though he's got 19 majors, 8 Wimbledons, I'm going to go Mirage as well, and here's why. Because I can't win the argument that Roger Federer is better than Rafa Nadal. Nadal owns the lifetime record against him. He's 23-14. So I want to say someone's the greatest player of all time in their sport where they don't have a winning record against someone else who was great in their sport. So I have to look towards Serena. Why is it not Serena Williams? Now, Martina Navratilova, I'm sure, should be in the mix as well, but Serena's been so dominant for so long, male or female, and she continues to have success. And look, if she had played in Wimbledon, I get she's pregnant and doing that whole thing, she probably would have won. She probably would have beat her sister, and Venus would have lost in the finals. Give me Serena Williams all day.
I'll take that, too. What is the best tennis player ever?
Yeah.
I don't know. I give up. Fletch.
Real or Mirage? Game of Thrones, episode 1 yesterday from this season. Real or Mirage, Levack, it lived up to the hype.
Mirage, exceeded.
Whoa!
Exceeded. Great episode. If you haven't watched it yet, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I will tell you this. If you're afraid of strong females, don't watch it. Don't watch it because the females are running stuff so far this season. I mean, it was again, just a great episode. It starts off with a bang, rolls right through. I like I said, I almost watched it twice, and I was tired when I watched it.
This show has a feeling. I'm going to go with real because I've never really, in the last maybe 5 years, watched a period of time where everything stops. I don't even watch the show, but Twitter all of a sudden, nobody's tweeting, nobody's posted anything on Facebook. You're not getting text messages from your friends or anything or your family. Just the world stops on social media within communication for an hour long on a Sunday. It's the most watched show in the history of HBO, Game of Thrones.
And that's saying something. We're talking about Sopranos. I mean, a million
The Wire,
great shows.
right? Yeah.
Oh, The Wire.
Wire's
Oz.
great. Yeah, Oz.
Yeah, no, it's a short season. There's only 2 short seasons left, and then they're talking about a spinoff. But if each episode is as good as this episode, because there's even little things that if you weren't paying attention close enough, you didn't realize, like major characters barely appeared, but they were there. So just be ready, and it ties back to a lot of things. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it, because somebody's going to ruin it quick.
At the Jeff Levack, if you just want to talk about Game of Thrones at Levack for the rest of the show. He'll talk to you.
I'll leave Goz to do the rest of this sports thing.
Those are Monday Mirages. It's real. It's over.
I'm not ready for it to be over. I don't want it to be over.
You got another one for me?
No, I don't.
That's a Mirage.
I don't. Oh, all right. Real or Mirage? Did the CrossFit vegan family of Tom Gozlowski III cry when Christmas found out she'd never have a fully motioning foot again from Big Brother?
I haven't talked to him. I'm sure they're not taking it well. My sister has bought Christmas Abbott's book. She's now doing her diet. She's gone full in for an obsession of Christmas Abbott. So they're mourning. They're definitely mourning. They're happy she's still on the show, though.
Very good. All right, now it's truly
now it's over.
Real and Mirage. Monday Mirage is always a fun thing to do on Mondays. The Yankees start a series tonight that they absolutely need. Who's left? They played 2 doubleheaders, basically. Talk about that next.